I'm Felicity Brown, and we run Hoe Grange Holidays in the Derbyshire Peak District. We started as a farm diversification in 2005 after an idea that my father had had in the 1970s to do log cabins for tourism. The time being, the council told him that Derbyshire wasn't a holiday destination and never would be, so he was discouraged. Having seen it develop over the years, we decided that we wanted to actually revisit the idea and see if we could make a go of it. And that was the beginning of our journey when we built 2 log cabins in 2005, ready for the season of 2006.
So we started off with 2 log cabins. We made one accessible with a wet room shower, and the other one was a slightly larger log cabin for families. And we also did bring your own horse on holiday because we decided there was a lot of accommodation in the area and we needed something to differentiate ourselves from other people. So right away from the word go, the accessible cabin took off, which really surprised us. We thought the family cabin was going to be the more popular one. So that's where our efforts lay, and when we got feedback from guests, we built up our accessible facilities and equipment accordingly to feedback.
SuperControl has been a great asset to us, mainly with the ability to automate virtually everything to do with the booking side of our business, and also the vast amount of extra equipment that we have for horses and for the accessible market, and being able to list all those as an extra that can only be booked once to save things being double booked has been a massive benefit to us. And the help that we've always had from Robert, Melinda and the team, whenever we've had a new idea, we'll mute it with them, and there's usually a way that SuperControl can help us to develop the newer side of the market, and the extra equipment and things that we have.
Yeah, our business is quite complicated because we work in the accessible market, so we've got a lot of extra equipment that guests can select, and without the SuperControl system we did sometimes get in a mess and get things double booked, and obviously that's not good for customer relations and their experience on holiday. So the SuperControl system, being able to book the items online as well, so the guests don't necessarily have to speak to us either. They can book direct online and select from the equipment there, which is great. And also it adds in the charges as well and the cost, so we haven't got to think about that. And then the other thing from my point of view, we can pull up a housekeeper's report every week, which I can give to the housekeepers. They know how many people are coming into the cabin, whether they need any extra equipment, whether they've got children there because we give little magazines and extras for children, whether they've got dogs coming in, whether the horses are coming in and they need horse maps, all these little things that I don't then have to think about, and I can give direct to the housekeepers, and everyone knows exactly what they're doing for the day. When we are looking to work with a new supplier or online platform, the first question we now ask is, do you integrate with SuperControl? And if the answer is no, then I'm afraid we don't go with them, because it's very important to us that we can have that integration. It makes life easy, keeps our systems updated, it's much reduced admin time, etc. So it's very important that we get that integration link.
Industry to us means financially it's a second string of income to the farm, which became not viable on its own. So it's enabled us to stay on the family farm, to have a reasonable income and to make a living for ourselves. But the other thing that we really enjoy is the whole community within the self-catering industry. Not many operators see each other as competitors. We're all collaborating within the same industry, passing bookings to each other, helping one another with problems. So it's really nice community to work within, and there's a lot of help forthcoming from other owners, and we offer help to other owners, and it's quite a rewarding occupation.
And that's where SuperControl comes in, because obviously SuperControl have got the online forum as well, where members can talk to each other, and it's a really good, valuable support. And particularly last year during COVID, it was really helpful to realise you're not alone, and to try and put a way forward. It was really good.
What's next for Hoe Grange? Well,
Who knows?
who knows? We're always on the lookout for something to spark our imagination. Being a small team, we're able to make decisions ourselves very, very rapidly. So if we find an opportunity, we're always very quick to jump on it and chase it down and make sure it'll work for us. The other thing that we sort of are doing is we've just been training a lot of the Derbyshire and Peak District members for training for awards entry, because we've won over 30 regional and national awards over the years, so we're quite well known and know how the systems work. So we've just done that training. We've got other little training ideas that we can put together for helping our other self-catering accommodation or bed and breakfast as well. The other thing that we possibly looking forward to, not necessarily immediately, but as we look forward to our sort of retirement or semi-retirement, that's another place where SuperControl is really going to come into its own, because we have plans eventually to have a manager, whether it be part-time or full-time, to manage the office, to manage the bookings. With SuperControl backing that up, we'll have the confidence that the manager or assistant or whoever we employ will have all the tools they need to really take the business forward and not let our guests down.
And that's a good thing. As a family business, SuperControl has been amazing, because the children, as they've become teenagers, have been at home, and they've been able to, if somebody's phoned up and we're not around, they can log on to the SuperControl system, they can see the price, they can see all the facilities, whether the equipment's available, and they can take a booking and the payment online. So, you know, it's not often, but it's, you know, other people can book for us, which is really great. And then the other thing, which was a bit of a lockdown project, but we never got around to finishing it, we have got a second gypsy caravan in the shed, which needs renovating.
Yes.
So that's going to keep us busy, and we're going to put a little log burner in this one, so it'll extend the season. So that's a little job we need to.
It is, yes, it's been sitting there far too long.